Martin, I believe we have some technical issues there. We now move over to Europe, where the Security Service of Ukraine, or SBU, has announced the elimination of 2 Russian agents allegedly responsible for the killing of its officers. Colonel Ivan Voronych in Kiev earlier this week. The SBU claims the operation was carried out on orders from Russia's Federal Security Service, or FSB. The agents, a man and a woman, reportedly tracked Colonel Voronyich's movements before ambushing him on July the 10th. The investigation suggests that the killers received a firearm and suppressor from a secret stash. They fired multiple shots at the officer before fleeing the scene. In a special operation conducted this morning, the SBU tracked down and neutralized the suspects in Kyiv Oblast. SBU head Lieutenant General Vasyl Maluk confirmed the deaths of the agents during a shootout and emphasized that the only prospect for Russia's agents in Ukraine is death. Earlier this year, Ukrainian forces claimed to have prevented 85% of similar Russian attacks within their territory. We're now joined by Professor Veselin Popovsky, who's the Professor and Vice Dean of Jindal Law School, located in South Africa, to discuss this in further detail. Professor Popovsky, thank you for joining us. What are your thoughts on this operation? What does it show about Kiev's intelligence service and the fact that they can pull off operations like this?
Yes, it shows the rapid reaction of the intelligence services of Ukraine. Only 70 hours after the murder of Ivan Voronych, they identify who are the agents who killed them, and they obviously neutralized them very quickly and very professionally. And also as you said, the announcement that that's what will happen with any Russian agent, effectively assassins who are still somewhere in Ukraine, it will be the same fate. It also kind of links to other similar assassinations which Ukrainian agents also exercise on the Russian senior military commanders and senior intelligence officers in Moscow and elsewhere in Russia, which again suggests that Ukrainian intelligence is very professional, very well equipped, trained to undertake such measures against Russian attacks on Ukrainian military or senior commanders or any Ukrainian citizens for that matter. Yeah, well exercised operation. That's the final analysis here, in my opinion.
Yes, indeed. And from an international law perspective, Dr. Popovsky, how do you convert killings and cross-border sabotage, and how do these fit into the laws of war, or espionage norms for that matter?
Yes, we're in a situation of war where the laws of conflict apply, not the normal, human rights law, which is in peaceful situations. Because Russia and Ukraine are in war, they're in armed conflict, the laws of armed conflict allows the assassination of military targets of the enemy. Effectively, any Russian soldier, it doesn't need to be a general, it could be any Russian military man or woman, would be a legitimate target for the Ukrainian forces. So for that matter, in fact, even Russians didn't question that when somebody senior, and there are several senior generals who were assassinated by the Ukrainians, and by the way, vice versa, if the Ukrainian senior military commander is killed by the Russian army in time of armed conflict, that's considered to be a legitimate target. No problem with the international humanitarian law, only if the person is really a military person. It cannot be a civilian, even a civilian official, for example, minister or governor or mayor. These are considered to be civilians and not military commanders.
Thank you very much for your insight on that, Professor Popovsky. You are staying with us to discuss more updates from the region. Russia has claimed control of 2 villages in Ukraine's